Exhale. November 4th was about maybe 28 and a half days ago. Could be totally wrong. I could be way off. But that was the last time we talked, individually. And, November 4th, I can't really remember the specific thing. I go back and look at semi-amateur. And that was when we were talking about the Happy Meal standings. And I labeled it semi-amateur because that's what I consider myself in speed eating. A semi-amateur. I'm not a pro and I'm not a rookie. I guess I am technically a rookie getting in if we're going serious. But this week, today is December 20th. I plan on going to Wendy's and getting a Wendy's 4 for 4 speed eat challenge, doing it, and that's going to be my challenge. And I'm super pumped for that. But today, as of December 20th, we're 5 days away from Christmas, and it's just getting a little bit closer to being Christmas. 5 days away, the worst days are usually the last 5 days to me. And worst as in, it's just that they take the longest. Obviously people are waiting for their gifts. People are waiting for that new car. Maybe that new Transformer toy, Bionicles, or even Play-Doh, or even that stocking. Some people like the stockings more than the actual gifts. And that's the fun part about Christmas is there's many things to be excited for. You can, you could see family, you're traveling, you get to see snow maybe if that's where you're from. There's something magical about it. I think it's just a season. Everybody's in a good mood. Summer, everyone kind of just sticks to themselves. They go to the beach and they, go outside, complain about mosquitoes, and that's all summer is. Fall, everyone's complaining that school's coming around. Winter, everyone's excited for, Christmas, and then spring comes around and, spring break, and then you're already in summer. Fall, I guess people get excited for their pumpkin spice lattes and stuff. Or maybe they're excited for Halloween. But other than that, fall is kind of just like, everything's falling off the leaves, or falling off the trees. I like winter a lot because I like when you can go outside when it's snowing and it's snowing hard and it's nighttime and you open the door and like the snow takes all the sound out of the air, so it's really quiet outside. That's so cool. Just think of those little snow pieces, like, those little pads you put on the wall, like artists put there to like dampen the echo sound. That's kind of what it's like. But they're moving and they're falling and they're sticking, hopefully. And that's just kind of what goes down on Christmas or December or January. But then there comes a time in winter too where you start getting sick of the snow. I mean, I do sometimes, I can be honest, because I have a car that doesn't do technically well in it. But most of the time, if it's snowing, I'm just not going to drive in that car. Because it's not worth it. How bad do I really want the Mountain Dew? Not that bad. But I'm thinking, so I don't know if Wendy's has, let's see here. I'm going to go do this live. Wendy's sodas. I think Wendy's is Coke. Wendy's has a Coke machine, I think. Yep. Coca-Cola. So I can't get a Mountain Dew at Wendy's today. Ugh. So what I'm going to speed eat with then, I'm probably going to get a Powerade. Because I think, Coca-Cola owns Powerade. Pepsi owns Gatorade. Damn, dude. Coca-Cola and Pepsi, man. That rivalry. I think it's better than the Green Bay-Chicago rivalry, to be honest with you. Coca-Cola and Pepsi is way deeper than any sports rivalry to me. I don't know. There's a lot of history behind it. You know, what year did Sprite join Coke? 1961. 1961 was one of the greatest signings of Coca-Cola's, you know, the free agency of 1961 where Sprite went to Coke. It's as big as LeBron going to the Lakers, to me. Because you go somewhere and you say you want Sprite and they have Sprite, you're satisfied. But you go somewhere and they say, we got Mellow Yellow or we got Sierra Mist, you almost want to just leave. If somebody say, if they say, hey, you know, we got Sierra Mist, I will change my choice. If I go somewhere and they say, I say I want a Coke, and they say Pepsi, I'm like, oh, that's fine, or Pepsi, vice versa, whatever. But there's no alternative to Sprite. I mean, there's 7-Up, there's Squirt, there's Mellow Yellow, there's Sierra Mist, there's what's another one? You know, there's those lemon lime ones. For the longest time, I couldn't drink lemon lime flavored anything. Because I think I talked about this before. I mean, I got constipated really badly one time. It was during football season. And it was after I got a concussion. And when I played against Clallam Bay, some guy blindsided me on kickoff. Fucking dick. And then it was my fault. You know, you got to be more aware. I think I kind of just thought the play was over. So, I mean, I had a whole bunch of ibuprofen and that clogged me up. And if you have a whole bunch of ibuprofen or, like, you know, meds, they clog you up. That's kind of what happens. Like, antibiotics do that to you a lot too. So I got really plugged up, and then I went into the doctor, and the doctor said, well, here, take this. And it was like the sodium. Let me see here. Let me look it up. Sodium nitrate. Was it sodium nitrate? Sodium drink for constipation. I don't really know what it was. Oh, yeah, here it is right here. Magnesium citrate. Yep, here it is. I'm looking right at it. Yeah. If you guys are ever plugged up, you know, you guys can't take a poop, go take this shit right here. Magnesium citrate. Oh, so it comes in like a bottle about, I don't know how much it is. It's 10 fluid ounces, so that's about a little bit more than a can of soda, I think. But it's in a bottle, glass bottle. It might need to be over the counter. I don't know. So anyway, he gave me that, and then you have to chug the whole thing, or at least I did. And I was on the toilet within 30 minutes, man. And it wasn't comfortable, but it wasn't uncomfortable. It felt good to get that out of my system. But yeah, I mean, that's what you should go do if you're ever plugged. I totally forgot where I was bringing you with that, though. You know, I think I was just talking about constipation. And then I got sidetracked typing and stuff. And do you guys, like, look at your phone if there's, like, more than a 2-second pause to see if, like, someone's calling you? Or, like right there. Like that little pause I just did you just like look at your phone because you thought it was paused? I mean, I do that. There should be something going on every second in this podcast, you know? And I understand that. And I was just talking about eggs the other day. Eggs with my girlfriend. We were talking about it. She sent me this meme. And it's like this kid enjoying these eggs. And he's eating them. And then, like, the meme is, like, the picture of the kid with his mouth open, like disgusted. And it's like when you discover or when it hits you that eggs are nasty or something like that. And that's how I feel about them. I don't hate eggs. Like, if someone makes me them, I'm going to eat them. But it's like if it's up to me, I'm not gonna. Those aren't my first priority. And if I'm gonna have eggs, I need something to go with it, like an English muffin, or I need like it in an omelet. I just can't have like cheesy, creamy scrambled eggs. I'll eat them, but I'll make sure I use the toast to get them down. And that's just how I am. I mean, I've been called picky before. Can't stand that one. It's probably the worst insult to me. I'll be honest. People say it. But nobody likes to be called picky, even the pickiest eaters. The pickiest, I've met some people who are like really, really picky. And they don't even like it. And they'll call themselves picky in the same sentence, and then I call them picky, and then they get upset. That's okay. You know, people have things they don't like. I'm not here to eat things I don't like. And neither is anybody. You know what I don't like, though, is warm grapes, too. Like grapes that have been sitting out for like 4 days. So I didn't put grapes in the fridge, and I left them out, and I thought that was going to be good. But I've bought in a lot of grapes, and almost 8 out of 10 times the grapes I buy are bad. Maybe I have like a bad luck charm when it comes to choosing the bags of grapes. I'm probably choosing the one that everybody's fondling in the store. Because, you know, that's the thing. That's got to be the most commonly fondled with fruit in the whole produce aisle, to me. Because, you know, every other produce, like bananas, you just grab them. You know, apples, you just grab them. People, like, will get grapes, and they'll open it, and they'll have one, like, this one's good. And it's like, fucking don't eat the grapes until you buy them. And I do it too. I'm out here yelling around like I don't do it. It's like that subconscious thing of opening eggs at the grocery store when you don't even really need to. Like 90% of the time, they're going to be fine. But I have bought some bad eggs, and I didn't open it, and I paid the price. But yeah, grapes are like, you know, they're pretty promiscuous. They're sitting there. They got like their like bikini like seed bag on, you know, with the holes in it so you could see them. And like they got their bag half open, you know, so you can like go like, you know, see them and stuff. And then people are like fondling around with them, laughing. They're pretty promiscuous. If I were to say what fruit is not the least promiscuous, I'd probably say like the vegetables are like the elderly. You know, everyone's like, oh, man. No, the vegetables are pretty young people, I would say. But I think the ones that never really get touched, I feel like, at least in the supermarket, would be pineapples. Don't really get fondled around with because you just grab them and put them in your cart. You can't really just cut open a pineapple. Same with watermelon. They have like that natural shell for the grocery market. I mean, apples, I'm sure there's kids out there who will grab it and take a bite and their mom gets mad at them, you know. And that's okay. I never took a bite of apples, though. I would go to grocery stores with my mom or my buddies, and I thought it was so cool to go to grocery stores without them when I was younger. Like, oh, I'm going to go to Albertsons. I'm going to walk down there. I'm going to take my bike. It'll take a whole day to get down there. Not like we live super far, but, you know, like, we would walk, so it wouldn't be, you know, I'm not trying to act like it was like we had to hike there. But we lived pretty far, so we would, like, take our bikes or we would walk there. And me and my buddy Brock, actually, would go there, and we'd go to IGA, and we'd walk there, and we'd get pop, or we'd get, and it would just be so cool to us. We thought it was the coolest thing, and I'd only get, like, a Gatorade and a donut. A Gatorade, a donut, some chips, maybe a Mountain Dew, too, for later when we're gaming, playing Minecraft all night. But then we'd also get these cracked pepper chips that were really good, kettle cooked, cracked pepper chips we'd get, or ice brisk tea. So what me and Brock would do, Brock's been on the show. You guys know what Brock I'm talking about. And then we would like look under the couch for quarters and shit, and like we'd find them, and it'd be really cool. But like when you get older, you just kind of drive there. It takes the fun out of it. And those, when we were younger, tasted a lot better. But I love going there alone. I would always get a donut, and I would sometimes, actually donuts are pretty promiscuous too. A lot of people, they see them in that glass door, they're just calling your name. Dom, I know you want 3 maple bars, you son of a bitch. I know you think you want one, but what if your brother wants one? And then I just eat it. I didn't even tell my brother, so he didn't even know a donut was coming, and I would just eat it. Oh, man. I one time did get stopped by a unmarked officer or whatever in a store because I was I wasn't stealing, but I was eating the donut around the store. And he thought I was going to steal it, which I might have, but I kind of remember leaving a bite to say I had one. When we got up to the register. It was a pretty good egg. But I don't know if I had one before that. That's a long time ago. I was young. He's like, "Excuse me, you two, I need to ask you guys a couple questions." And then I was like, "Well, who are you?" And then he's showed his badge. I remember I was like, I came at him. I was like, "Well, who are you?" I'm not just gonna answer questions. And I was just this kid, just this little ball of like, "Who the fuck are you?" And he was like, "Well, I'm an undercover police officer. If that makes the situation any better for you." Or something like that. Something smart. Like, dude, I'm like 10 years old. You're out here talking to me like I'm fucking... Just because you got a fucking C average in high school doesn't mean you got to fucking give me shit. Like, I'm standing up. Hold on. I guess he probably had better grades. And I probably had a C average in high school too. But... don't come at me, dude. I'm 10. It's a donut. I think he was personally mad because we were taking his favorite type of donuts, and they told him, "Hey, you can't eat donuts on the job no more." And he took it out on us because we were stealing his favorite maple bars. Maple bars are my favorite donut, I think. I really like the raised sugar ones too, with the sugar and cinnamon on top, or just the sugar. I like the bear claws too. Those are really good. I don't really like filled donuts that much. I should just say, like, I don't pick those ones. Like, if someone brings a box of donuts, I'm not going to pick the filled ones. I just don't fuck with them. I just don't like them. And that's just I don't think they're gross or anything. It's just I don't like them. But the only filled ones I do like are the powdered Hostess ones that are with, like, purple jelly or raspberry jelly. Those ones are okay. I don't know why. But speaking of grocery stores, I saw this ad, and it was icebreakers, and not the cringy, things you do like when you meet everyone, but like the actual mints. And it said, "Tired of mask breath? We'll have these." And mask breath is a damn real thing. And it's only the blue masks. If you have those blue masks, they make your breath smell like twice as bad. My breath doesn't really smell bad either, but it definitely doesn't help it, I should say. So what I'm saying is I imagine people with masks, you're used to them. I'm starting to get used to having it on now. You go out into public and you run into people and you just have them on. It's almost kind of normal. It's been about a year now. A year. Maybe a little bit less than a year that we've had masks on. Yeah, a little bit less, because I think March will be that time, or February. And so people walk around and they're used to things. I walk around with my left and right leg, one foot in front, one next, just one foot in front of the other, like it's nothing now. So the mask, it's slowly starting to be adaptable to you. And I know there's people out there who are addicted to spitting. Really addicted to it. Not even really like the chew either, where they put on their lip. But more as like they'll just spit in public. And what I think is funny is I know there's somebody out there that has just spit and it's gone all over their mask. Or they'll forget to pull down their mask. And I know it's happened. And I have this situation in my head, and I've played it a couple times, and I've said it out loud. So this is what I imagine. There's this kid. He's like 22. He's like my age, No, let's say he's 26. He's a little bit older. He's going to it's family time, Christmas time. They're going to Walmart, maybe going to the mall, and they need to get some Christmas gifts. And they're like, all right, come on. Let's name him Randall. Come on, Randall. We need to go inside, get your sister some presents. She's turning 16 this year. We want to make it really special. Randall is really pissed because, he's only got his certain amount of money he wants to spend. He didn't really want to be there. Double XP was going on for Call of Duty. It's the weekend. And he's just not really in a good mood. Okay, Mom, I'll get her this. And then his mom's always saying, no, don't get her that. Get her this. He's in that constant, battle with her about getting a gift for his sister. And his sister recently just kicked him out of his room. And he has the little room. You know how that happens sometimes? Siblings, one of them will get the bigger room, and then now you resent them because you went somewhere for a little bit. They took over your room, and now you come back, you got the little room. So he's mad about that. He's walking in, and he's like, ugh. And he just hawks a loogie, He's always all... So he's hawking a loogie before he goes in the Walmart, right? And he just spits. And he was so angry at his mom. He's thinking about all these things he's going to get. It's all over his mask. And he's like, oh, Mom, I need a new mask. And his mom's like, no, Randall, we don't have any more masks. And he's like, Mom, I just need one. And she's like, well, what's wrong with it? And he doesn't want to confess because his mom knows he has this problem where he spits a lot and he doesn't want to admit it. So he's like, and then she's like, well, what is it, Randall? What do you need? Why do you need another one? And he's like, I spit, okay? I spit. And then this is in the middle where everyone gets their carts, So there's actually kind of a couple people in there. There's the vending machines. And for some reason, somebody's getting their dog tag too. You can make your dog tags. And then somebody's at the red box next to it too. There's that worker who's just sitting, handing out sanitized wipes now for the carts. And he's like, I just spit. Okay? Are you happy? And his mom's just taken back, and then he asked to go, can I get a mask? And, for some reason Walmart's out of masks. And then he's just sitting there and he's just like, ugh, just so frustrated. And Randall, I'm here to say we're here for you, man. If you're Randall out there, or you're a Randall who has spit in your mask, we are here for you. We are. I mean, I've come close to it. I sometimes spit. I don't mean to, but sometimes I do. It's just what happens. Sometimes people like to. It is fucking gross, though. Just think spitting at someone, dude. Someone ever spits at me, I don't care who they are. I'm not fucking with them no more. Swear to God. If my own mom spat at me, I'd be fucking... Nope. Done. Be like, yeah, Mom, I'm fucking out of here. And I don't think my mom would ever spit at me, though. No, but that's true, though. If I don't care who it is. If it's my fucking best friend, and they spat at me and said, fuck you, and spit at me. First of all, it's hands at that point. And then second of all, I'm done. I'm done. It's just weird to me. That people, that's where they go. I took a lot about food on here. I look at my notes of what I have to say to you guys, and I've been seeing a lot of things on social media of people deep frying things, and there's this guy who's deep frying ice. And to that idiot out there who is deep frying ice, wasn't the guy who was paying attention in science. I've made this point before that the one thing, if you were to learn anything in science, it should be the water displacement thing. You know, you sit in the tub, you know, you get in a bathtub. This is why your mom tells you, don't fill it up to the top, because once you get in, it's going to rise. It's just how things go. I don't really know the science of it, but it just happens. Everybody has that mark in their bathtub where it's like you fill it up to here. Once you get in, then you're good. Don't fill it in anymore. Don't be an idiot. And people, you know, think that rule only applies to the bathtub. It doesn't. You know, so if you got a deep fryer and you fill it up with the fucking fryer or the pan, and you're like, well, I want to make sure both sides of my chicken thighs are fried on both sides at the same time, so that's why I put a lot of oil in. First of all, you're wasteful. Second of all, it doesn't need to be like that. Third of all, this is what's going to happen. You put your chicken thighs in with your high oil, and they think sometimes like, oh, I'll cool it down by throwing a thing of ice in there. And a lot of people don't understand, comprehend, utilize that ice is water. So when you throw ice in the fryer, you're adding essentially more water to it, and it rises. And then when that fucking oil, hot ass oil that's boiling essentially, rolls over the pan, it will go into the fucking oven and start a fire. And good luck putting that shit out unless your name is fucking firefighter John Will, whatever the fuck his name is. You're not getting it out. So let's see. What happens when you put ice in a deep fryer? Let's see. Let's just look it up on Google. Doesn't look good. When you put ice in a deep fryer, the ice reacts with the oil because of the huge difference in temperature. The ice has to move from a frozen state to liquid state in a short time as possible. This causes a violent reaction, and depending on the amount of ice you put in, even a fire. So, don't do it. That's all I'm saying is don't put ice in fryers. You know, especially, you know, I got some kids that listen to this, and, you know, if you want to see ice in a deep fryer, go look it up on the internet first. You don't need to do it. It's one of those things that you don't really need to live. If that's on your bucket list, then this is what you're going to do. You're going to go outside, put it in a fucking... No, you're not even going to do it. Or get an adult and tell them you want to do it, and they'll tell you you're an idiot. You need to get a hobby and go do that. Go learn how to kickflip or something. Go build a new house in Minecraft. You know? I'm not out here calling kids idiots, but only if they're the kids who want to deep fry some ice, because that's not cool. I'm going to look up Ask Me a Question. I don't know if that's going to do me anything, but Ask Me a Question. 350 good questions to ask, so let's just pick some from here. Okay. What social stigma does society need to get over? Oh, God. I don't really understand what that means, really. Social stigma. The stigma of going to therapy is like means you're crazy. People need to get the fuck over that. Okay, let's scroll down. What did you think was going to be amazing but turned out to be horrible? Oh, man. I don't know. I will tell you that I was thinking about doing like a rug company thing. I still kind of am, but like everybody and their grandpa's doing it now, or everybody and their like nephew. But it's pretty cool. I mean, all you really need is yarn and this gun, and then you make these rugs. I was thinking about doing like DJP rugs. That'd be fucking dope. Or like native rugs or something. Just trying to keep my mind occupied, you know, with creating. As soon as you stop creating, your brain stops moving, you know. brain doesn't stop moving. Your brain doesn't really move much, and it's not supposed to. I remember my mom really wanted me to be a doctor. Really, really wanted me to be a doctor. And now we're here talking to you guys on a microphone every week, and sometimes every month. But I remember when the organ lady would come to school and would basically give you the spiel of don't smoke and this is what your lungs look like. And it was pretty I was like, fuck, I don't want that. Those things were heavy, bruh. Smokers' lungs are like a 5-pound dumbbell, man. I don't know how much they weigh. I'm going to look this up again. I just like looking shit up. How much do smokers' lungs weigh? Black lungs, 20 years of smoking, 2 packs of cigarettes a day weigh a little more than 2 pounds and are dense and stiff to touch and have a tumor. So that's if they have a tumor as well. And I'm not here bashing on people who smoke, but I'm just saying your lungs will get heavy, bruh. You know, you're trying to cut weight. That's a weight right there. Damn, 2 pounds. Let's just see how much regular lungs weigh. Can't be that much more. Lung volume increases about, so lung weighs approximately 1,000 G. So what is a G to pounds? Yeah, weigh in pounds. Here we go. They're giving me all these fancy grams and shit. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't really tell me how much do your organs weigh. According to Very Well Health, your lungs weigh about 663 grams plus 583 grams in pounds. What's 663 grams in pounds? So basically, your right lung would weigh 1.4. Damn. So that's about a half a pound increase from your lungs. That's just your right lung. So it increases about half a pound for both of them. That's a lot. That's nuts. That makes sense, though. I mean, they're collecting a lot. They're doing a lot of shit. It's like when you replace the dryer sheets, it's just lint's going to get there. And if you don't replace it and take care of it, it's going to cause a fire. It's going to, not dry as well. I don't know. That just makes kind of sense to me. And, wow. The right lung is supposed to be heavier, it says on here. And I'm kind of trusting the source. It's verywell.com. It's like a medical, or Very Well Health. It is a .com, and we have been told to like kind of be careful from those. When it comes to, you should look for .org, .gov, fucking whatever, bruh. Yeah. How about we tell the teachers that? Whatever. How about we source whatever we want? Yep. Academia sometimes pisses me off. I was watching the show The Wilds, and it's on Amazon Prime, and you guys should go check it out. It's a really good show. But there's like this. I don't really want to ruin it. Yeah, I'm not gonna ruin it. But so essentially, it's about like these 7 girls or 8 girls that were on an island, and they have like a white girl, another white girl that's kind of like a tomboy, this black girl who's a really talented athlete, this black girl that's like a super like smart girl, and then we got this like show girl who's like does all like the talent show, like the like beauty pageants girl from the South. Then there's a Native American girl, badass, and then there's this girl from like India, or her parents are from like India, and then I think that's it. Because there's like 3 white girls, one's a tomboy, One's like a regular white girl that's like psycho. Oh, and then there's another girl from like a res. But anyway, it's like them on an island. It's pretty cool. But what I'm getting at is disregard the wilds. Academia is like weird because it's like you have to be in this proper form all the time, and you gotta like kiss someone's ass for fucking 20 years, and then you get somewhere. With this, I don't kiss anybody's ass. You know, I'm nice to the people who come onto the show, and I respect what they do. But like in academia, it's like, well, make sure that's formatted in the correct format there, Dom. Wouldn't want them to not read your paper because your indentations. And I get you got to follow rules, but it's just sometimes it pisses me off. And it just feels old to me a little bit. It feels like I'm like, is this really what... I give universities 20 more years. And that's me being nice. And I'm not going to talk shit about the university system because I'm in it. And I feel like I'm invalid for that. But I also have been in it to say... Sometimes there's part of it where I'm like, fuck, man. This blows. But there is a lot of great things. I've met a lot of great people, talked to a lot of cool people, and learned a lot of great things. So I'm just gonna leave it at that before I start getting all like into it. I kind of want to see what's going on in the fucking news, though. What is going on right now? What's going on? I'm gonna put that in Google. What's going on? Marvin Gaye album. Oh, what's going on? That is a really good song. What's going on in the world today? Google. And then it doesn't want to load. And that's okay. Because guess what we can do? Refresh it and try it again. If it doesn't work, then we'll just stop. I don't know. It's not loading, so I'm just going to go with what I think is going on today. Not much in the world. I mean, I know there's someone probably arguing right now and stuff like that. But I'm just really thankful Rolos have a rapper on them. You know, the standard role of Rolos. I'm not talking... Oh, well, Dom, you know there's Rolos unwrapped, so technically you're wrong. I know, idiot. I know. I know. But I'm also not the guy who lives in the candy aisle like that guy does. Well, you know there's unwrapped Rolos. Okay, you're right. But I'm talking about the candy that gets you when you're in the cash register line. Or even I get like the regular packs, like the big packs of Rolos, because I like to share them. And if those things weren't wrapped, man, they'd go so quick. I almost feel like I'm glad Rolos wraps those chocolates up, because if they didn't, they'd be gone instantly. So thank you, Rolos, for adding a wrapper to them. We got to be more appreciative of that, because if Rolos didn't wrap their Rolos, the world would be a different place. I think what wouldn't be happening? I think maybe some teams wouldn't have won the Super Bowl. I think that some kids would be overweight. You know, it's like when Michelle Obama, you know, said no more double lunches at lunch, and then she switched our lunches from being gross or like unhealthy and good to healthy and bad. She gave us like the half portion sizes, and then she she went and like said no more chicken fingers or whatever. Chicken fingers. And said no more Rice Krispie treats. So we're guys going to get the, what do you call it? Crispy treats, whole grain. I'm not much of a person to like to talk politics on here, but Michelle Obama did upset me with that. And otherwise, she's a cool lady. I respect her. But for her to do that, I still haven't gone over that because I'd get double lunch. Well, I'd get double lunch on chicken finger Friday or pizza Friday. I'd get 2. But I thought I was the shit in elementary school, dude. You kidding me? So in 4th and 5th grade, the 4th and 5th graders got to serve lunch. Like you got to go help the lunch ladies serve lunch. And you get to leave 10 minutes early before, you get to leave like an hour early and serve lunch to the kindergartners, 1st graders, 2nd graders, 3rd graders. And you think you're like Gordon Ramsay, bruh. I'm out here slinging pizza, slinging za, slinging chicken fingers, seeing my cousins giving them a couple extra fingers, a couple extra fingers of chicken fingers, and they think I'm cool. They start recognizing me. The fame, I've never peaked higher than me being a lunch server in elementary school. I haven't because, you have all the power in the world. And lunch ladies trust you. That trust the lunch lady gives you when she says, all right, you're serving the pizza today. You don't got to do nothing other than stand there and put it on a tray. They bring it to you because, the health laws, they have to do everything. And all you're doing is slapping it on the plate, or the tray. And I never once, had some kid drop it. Elementary school, I'm starting to get all these, long memories from. I'd be in the library. There was this video. And they're like we'd have these videos that would be like, oh, this is the new book coming to the book fair. These 3 new books. Everyone sit down, shut up, watch the video. And our library teacher, Miss Crumb, her name was Miss Crumb. She loved frogs. She put it on, and Diary of the Wimpy Kid came on. Like, this is the new book coming to Scholastic Book Fair. Be ready. And the only book that anyone would ever buy would be the Guinness World Records book, right? And this year, Diary of the Wimpy Kid is the one that everyone wanted. There's 19 Diary of the Wimpy Kid books now. There's hella. I mean, there's a Diary of the Wimpy Kid for every letter in the alphabet. I stopped. I read the first one, and then Roderick Rules, and then the Do-It-Yourself book, and then Last Straw, and then everything after that I haven't read. I almost kind of want to read them just to kind of read them. But Rowley, or Greg, the main character, was kind of a douche. Douchebag of the week goes to Greg Heffley, man. Major douche. Selling his friend Rowley out. Always a douche to his little brother, Manny. Never did his chores. No kid wants to be like that. I mean, everyone thought he was funny. But how far does that get you? Usually the funny guy like that's the guy that's quiet on the bus ride home. Butt hurt. But yeah, man, I mean, and the thing is, you would even get to serve a little bit of your class too. You get to serve the 4th and 5th graders too, and then you'd get off, and so you could eat, and then you get to go to recess. So cool. I remember I went home after serving lunch, and I was like, Mom, I had a long day. I don't want to do nothing. What happened at school today? Mom, I was a lunch server. You don't get it. I had a hard day. I never did the there was these kids too who would volunteer after school to help the kids across the street. I never did that though. I was too cool for that. You mean stay here longer? I'm going to the Boys and Girls Club. Yeah. So I went to Boys and Girls Club all the time. And my mom told me I couldn't do that too because if I did that, then she'd have to come pick me up. And then she didn't want to stay longer at work. Or she would have to come get us. And she's like, just go to the Boys and Girls Club. It's closer to my work. And I'd be like, okay. Oh, yawning again. So are you. Yawning. Oh, man. But anyway, it's been 3 episodes I've been to talk to you guys, so I really wanted to have a solo episode here and talk to you guys. This is episode 70. Thank you guys so much for listening. Remember, you guys can always call the hotline, 425-320-3641, and talk about anything that you guys are going through. Maybe you want to ask me a question live. Maybe you want to say, hey, Dom, I need help with this. I'm not going to give you no money, but I'll give you advice. So don't ask for money. I'd be more than happy to give you some advice about what you're going through. Call in. I hope you guys are doing well. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Remember, Wendy's 4-for-4 challenge happening tonight. Have a great one, guys, and peace out.